Hello there, my name's Philip and today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a woman's chest, or breasts, or boobies. Boobies. Quite. Believe it or not, this is one of the topics that I get asked a lot on how to draw. I always get asked how to draw hands and how to draw hair, and believe it or not, people ask me how to draw breasts because they draw them in circles and they just don't look right. So I thought now was a good time to handle them. Touch on them. Learn how to draw them. Oh man, it's going to be one of those episodes, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the best technique on how to draw them by showing you how to draw them front on, side on, and on a 3/4 pose. That way you can get a good look at them. See them better. So you can see how to draw them properly. Oh, let's just do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw a simple female figure, front on. So we've got our neck and shoulders over here. You don't have to worry about drawing this. I'm just going to give you the basics so you can see where the parts of the body are going to go. So we've got our woman's figure here without her chest. Now a lot of people think that when you draw breasts, you just draw circles. Yay, we got boobies. But they don't exactly look right. Let me show you what you should draw. Think more of a tear shape. So from the neck here, I'm going to draw a tear shape coming out and back. Again on this side, tear. What this does, it gives you a good placement of the breast. And back. Because you see, breasts, they aren't floating orbs. They're not balls. They have weight. They're affected by gravity. I should probably stop holding my hands like this. But the tear shape actually gives you a better general shape of what the breasts are going to be. Now from here, to give your breasts a bit more definition, what you want to do now is think of about halfway where the arms are. That part of the chest is basically going to be bare because the breasts aren't all the way up here. They're actually down lower. So your point of where your arms are on your female, that's where the breasts are actually going to start. Now from here, think of like a wide ice cream. So I'm going to go like so. So I've got my like an ice cream cone, but wider on both sides. Now depending on how big you want your breasts to be, is how wide you want your ice cream cone to be. If you want smaller breasts, make the cone wider. See, I've got my cone here. And then at the center here, what you want to have is a bit of a Y shape. Like that. For the joining of the chest. I'll just draw a little bikini over them so you can sort of see them a bit better. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to ink in all the lines that I'm going to keep and rub out all my guidelines so you can actually see them a lot better. And there you have a basic pair of breasts from the front. So remember, tears and body cones. Ice cream cones. So now let's try them from the side. So this time I'm going to use the same proportions as this lady, but from the side. That's the actual part of the chest. What I'm going to do is have the breasts, they're actually sitting on the chest. So I'm going to draw my tear shape again, bringing it down, and then it's going to come around, and it's going to go a bit beyond the chest and come up like that. Now imagine you've got your arm around here, so the chest will actually join up to your arm over there. So it's sort of like a curve and then a straight line like that. And that's the basic breast there. So again, I'm going to draw this in. Okay, so we've done front on, we've done side on. Let's do it from more of a 3/4 pose because that's a more interesting pose and that's more like what your character's going to be standing in. And this time we're going to do it a bit larger. I'm going to have my shoulders over here and my body coming down like so. And I've got my chest here with my arms coming out this way. Okay, so again, same rules apply. I've got my neck over here. I draw my tear shape. Now this time, I'm not going straight to the edges over here. I'm going to go just a little bit in. And I'm going to draw my tear shape here. Whereas this one's going to be more pointing out a bit, so I'm going to draw my tear a little bit more out. So my arms are over here. Now I think about my ice cream cone, so I want my cone to help accentuate the actual shape of the breast. Bring it in the clavicle bone, so it's not all breast. No, and the line is at the point where the arms start, so that's what gives me the good guide for where my breasts start. And again, I'm going to have my little V shape over here. So there's my ice cream cones and my tear shapes. Now let's ink them in. So there we have our breasts. Now most of the time you're probably going to want to put some clothes on your girl. So let me just show you just some little tips that you can do to put your clothes on your girl. So let's say she's wearing a nice tank top. So I'm going to bring it down and up. And the clothes are going to come out. Shirts come out. Now with the chest, what I do is I just put a line and another line here. So that shows there's a bit of tension in the fabric. And the clothes are going to basically fall. And most girls' clothes are quite fitted, so they sort of fall down and come around. And again, this side, you can just put in just some little lines pointing down, so that shows that there's a bit of tension in the clothing that's being pulled down, and there's a bit of a gap underneath. So that's what you're basically looking at. Let me show you down here real quick. So I've got the girl's shape over here, got the shoulder, got our neck, got the hip, and again I'm going to draw my guides using a tear, but because I'm going to put clothing on the girl, I don't need to put too much detail onto the breasts right now. Just know that that's where the shape of them is. I've got my ice cream cone. Now, so what I do is I put some lines across here, bring the neck up. I've got the sleeves over here. Notice they come back to the breast, and I'm going to have my clothes out this side. And just bring them in a bit from the top there. And you've got your basic female wearing clothing. I'll just ink that for you so you can see it a bit clearer. So as you can see, I've used my guides to put in the breast. I don't need to connect that line to the top there, because the shirt actually will start from the actual point of where the breast appears and comes around on both sides. And that's how you draw your girl wearing clothing, bearing in mind the effect of the breast on the fabric. So there you have it, with a bit of practice and a bit of study. Not that kind of study. You too can draw a mighty fine pair, great looking, realistic set of female breasts. Oh, we got through it. Check out these videos right now where I show you how to draw some dynamic female poses. Or if you want to get into the anatomy a bit more, check out my video on how to draw some legs by watching this video right now.